Hello and welcome to Home vs. Takeout, where we get to recreate a dish from some of our favorite restaurants. My name is Wesley, and today we'll be recreating a special dish known as the Hakata Ramen. If you're not familiar with this ramen, it is basically a tonkatsu broth that originated from Hakata. Hakata is a district within the city of Fukuoka in Japan. What makes this ramen so special is that it was originally sold to fishermen as a quick and cheap meal. It's known for its super thin noodles served to reduce the boiling time. This explains the firm texture, which is really delicious. And now that you know that, we'll be recreating this dish from home with our favorite brand, Sapporo Ichiban Ramen.
Are you really doing this again?
What are you talking about? You love the mazame dish I made last time, right?
Well, yeah, but do you still think you have what it takes to do another dish?
Of course I do.
Whatever you say, man. I'm gonna get my own takeout.
Suit yourself, bro. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna base it off this photo right here. And it pretty much has 2 slices of chashu pork, a soft-boiled egg, tonkatsu broth, ramen noodles, topped with pickled ginger, and green onions. Let's begin with the chashu pork. We'll start this off by adding 1 cup of water into a large pot. Then we'll add half a cup of sake, half a cup of soy sauce, half a cup of brown sugar, throw in some green onions, sliced ginger, and garlic. Let's go ahead and put this to low heat to melt the brown sugar. While this is going, we are going to prepare the pork. So right over here, we have some pork belly. Tie a knot on one end, then wrap it up about 3 to 4 times, and tie a knot on the other end, just like this. Once that's wrapped up, we'll go ahead and sear it on a hot pan. Make sure to brown each side. After that, let's add it to our marinade and simmer it for about 2 hours. This is how it should look when it's done. My mouth is watering up right now. Let's go ahead and cool this down, and we'll leave it in the fridge overnight. It's a good thing we already have one made. Let's untie this and cut it up into thin slices. After that, let's throw it into the broiler and sear off each side. Then you're going to set it aside and get started with the ramen. Let's start this off by boiling some water for your noodles. Next, we'll add the noodles from the Sapporo packet. Let it cook for a couple minutes, but don't keep it there for too long. That way, we can match the same texture of the Hakata style noodles. Next, let's strain the noodles and prepare for the broth. Let's go ahead and boil 2 cups of water for your broth. Next, we'll add the Sapporo seasoning packet and mix it up. Now that we have that, let's get our ramen bowl and place in the cooked noodles. Next, let's pour it in the broth that we made earlier. Next, we'll add a soft-boiled egg. Then we'll add the chashu pork. After that, let's add some pickled ginger. And finally, let's throw in some green onions. Oh yeah, Charles is gonna want some of this.
Well, what do we have here?
Took you long enough.
Tuh, at least I didn't have to cook.
Whatever, bro. You just missed out on all the fun. Charles, do you want to do mine first or yours?
Let's do mine first since it's not an experiment.
Sure, man.
So yeah, doesn't that smell really good?
Yeah, it does smell pretty good, but we'll see how it tastes.
All right. That's delicious.
You can really tell by the texture of the noodles that this is Hakata Ramen, because it's like kind of like not hard, I would say, but soft at the same time.
Yeah, and the size of the noodles I think is just right.
It's really cute and thin, right?
Yeah.
I just have to say that it kind of failed the looks test. Whenever I'm eating like a good dish, looks matters to me.
Okay. Looks cool.
Taste is like very important, but looks has to be in that level as well.
Well, I mean, you know, with a place so busy because known for their flavors, sometimes they have to sacrifice on the presentation, and that's okay, that's forgivable.
Let's do the broth test time.
Yeah, this broth, the way it mixes in with the meat and just brings out the flavor of, can't beat it.
But it does taste kind of salty.
No worries, man.
Do you mean Hakata Matata? I really like the chashu. It's not too salty. What I really like about it is like it's very flavorful. Now it's time to try our homemade Hakata Ramen.
Pretty good presentation here overall. You nailed it on the soft-boiled egg, and this meat looks pretty good.
Let's try the noodles. The noodles are really good.
Yeah, these are a different texture of the noodles, but actually it's kind of working here with the broth that you got going on. Yeah, it's maybe not as flavorful as the restaurant version, but it's a very good...
No, man. I'm gonna have to cut you off there because what I really like about it is the rich and creamy flavor of this tonkatsu broth from Sapporo Ichiban. And I think I would be more lenient towards this kind of taste than the Hakata salty broth.
I mean, I'm a fan of salty, but what you got going on here is a good mix with all the other flavors and with the meat and the egg.
Not bad, huh?
Okay, so did you go to a restaurant and just get this meat from a restaurant? Because this is pretty good.
I actually made it the other night. It took me like 12 hours to create this.
Now, you could really tell that you spent a lot of time making this meat happen because it's very soft and very good job on this.
Is there anything that you don't like about it?
No, I mean, I prefer my food on the saltier side, but I think what you have going on here is just a good amount of flavors going on.
It's not exactly the same, but it does live up to that expectation, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, that's all the time we have for you guys today. We're gonna try our homemade Hakata dish, and wow, it was delicious.
It was very delicious.
Be sure to try this Hakata recipe with your Sapporo Ichiban ramen at home. Also, be sure to give this a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for joining me, Charles, and thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Why don't you get the dishes this time?
Hey, man.